Hey guys, this is Jim, aka Armorama, with PCWarMachine, and welcome to War Thunder! Except we're not here to fly aircraft. No, we are here to drive tanks. That's right, we've got access to the closed beta test for War Thunder ground forces, and we'll be taking a look at some of the tanks and battle scenarios, some of the way the game works currently as it exists. The game's going to change a lot. This is early beta testing after all, so they don't have a lot of the kind of seamless kind of stuff worked out yet, but they'll be updating that and so forth as time goes on. I'm going to have some potential guest stars. We've got our guest YouTubers. So we've got PointyHairedJedi, who's going to be joining us in this video, and he's going to be doing some of his own videos on this too and featuring them on PCWarMachine, so we'd like to thank him for doing that. Jedi in this video with me got to play the game for about an hour or more slightly before me, so you're going to see my initial gameplay essentially just from scratch without ever having essentially driven a tank before, whereas he's been practicing his force powers a bit before I got there. So, but again, this is, in this game, as we're going to comment several times, it's really just a matter of kind of figuring out, like, what's going on, how all the dynamics work, and just trying to adapt as quickly as you can to the ever-changing battlefield conditions. So without further ado, we'll just go right into the video, shall we? I'm in the battle, yay! Alright, yeah, that would have been good. So I am... Okay, I'm a blue group at the north near, what, I-3, I guess?
Yeah, I'm in the southern spawn point. I can see your little green tank icon. I'll come and try and meet up with you.
It looks like I'm kind of heading in your direction, so at least from what I can tell of the mini-map.
This is interesting. I've not done one in the dark before, or dusk, or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I thought it was really dark. I was like, whoa, this is dark.
Yeah, there we go. I can see 0.23 kilometers away.
Yep.
So for going up slopes, you need to be in a fairly low gear. For actually, it seems to be work on the principle. I almost said that. The principle of momentum. So if you've got sufficient speed, you can actually make course adjustments basically. But if you're sitting still, you need to shift down to your first or second gear, and at that point, you turn the tank.
Where's the gear?
Oh, there you are.
Where's the gear indicator again? Top
left-hand corner. It's got your
RPM.
Gear.
Okay, yeah, I see it now.
Gear, speed.
The word gear is next to it. That's usually a tip.
Well, I'm getting some... I'm not sure if it's lag or...
Are some people firing their machine guns, or maybe that's a flak unit? I see like machine gun fire in the air.
The only planes that are available at the moment are, I think, basically like rank 1 and reserve planes, so...
I'm pretty sure, just, for my viewers, I'm going to donk out because this is the first time I've ever even been doing this. I see a red target ahead, though. So
yeah, no one saw me nearly driving in the ravine.
So you're on the other side of the hill to me, right?
I'm just right behind you, actually.
Oh, you are? Okay. And you right mouse button to turn around. Does that actually work in the aircraft version of the game? Because that's one thing I've been trying to, like, really keep going. I need to look that up, because every time I'm playing it, I'm like, I can't look around behind me. But I know you can do it. I've inadvertently
changed the controls, so it's like arcade controls, so I don't have to manually do gears anymore. It's doing it all kind of automatically.
Right. I'm gonna.
But when I started off, I had to do all the gears. Oh, by the way, it's V to switch to
sniper mode. Okay. Oh, yeah. There he is.
So
well, I'm angled anyways. Oh, come on, barrel, settle. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this barrel roll or barrel dip is quite excessive.
Yeah, you have to. It does. It's the X tells you where the shell drop indicator. So that's what you're actually aiming with, not the center of the crosshair.
Wow.
Oh, side of a tiger
Somebody
turret.
get him? Okay, I did some damage. Now I'm head on. I'm not getting green, although I could aim for a weak spot, I suppose.
I don't think it works the same way with.
Yep. All right. Well, maybe I'm not going to do so bad. At least I'm playing against people who are...
Ooh! Ouch. Nailed.
That
happens quite a lot, though. I think it's going to be that sort of game where it's just like...
It's like they don't see me. I'm not even sure I've been hit yet. But I'm sitting right here in the front. And that guy's pretty far away.
So I basically now have... No, this is confusing. It's now set up so it is basically World of Tanks control. So instead of being accelerate and brake, it's now actually forward and reverse. That's what's confusing me. I don't know how I've done that.
I wish it had a loading indicator. At least I'm not seeing it. I'm waiting to hear it, but...
the if you look at the actual ammo counter,
Yeah.
it's not very clear at the moment.
Oh, oh, I see it.
But
That's
it's got kind
like
of
a
time.
clock. Yeah,
Yeah.
clock effect. Yeah.
Clock wipe.
Seem to be getting hit from the side. That's the guy up there, I guess. Oh yeah, there he is. It's so dark. It's really hard to see. But it's just kind of the point, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
That was
that's,
interesting. Well, I killed 2. Yay!
Nice.
Beginner's luck. Beginner's luck. Maybe I had some kind of like grace period where it was like, you can't shoot that tank. This is his first battle.
Ooh, my computer.
Okay, so now I pick another tank, obviously. I'll do the Panzer IV, I guess.
Well, for people watching my video footage, that derp was caused by my antivirus program grabbing the focus and minimizing War Thunder.
That always sucks.
Slightly annoying.
Windows interference.
Yes.
I'm going to get some high ground here, I think.
I started at the same point I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm making my way towards the sea.
I see you ahead. You're ahead of me about 0.37 kilometers.
Yeah. I'm actually just going to quickly check. I think I think I've set it on like simplistic
Controls.
simplified controls. If I try and set it back to, aha, yes, so realistic controls, you have to do all the gear changes manually. Simplified controls, it's a lot more like World of Tanks.
I was going to say, so far, and I switched gears. Yeah, I'm switching gears now, just using the W key. So yeah, and I think I'm on the whatever the default. Is the default simplistic, or is it another setting?
I'm not sure.
I thought
mine was on realistic by default, but maybe it's whatever your War Thunder settings were on anyway.
That's true, because I copied my War Thunder directory and I've been using it, so
Yeah.
maybe I had to already set mine.
Oh, okay, that guy got nailed.
Okay, it looks like we're doing pretty well in this area. I don't see any. I see one guy over here in the the west.
Ooh.
Well, he's north of me, I guess.
Right, I'm actually going to set it back to simplified because that's slightly easier to get my head around.
Yeah. When it's dark and you can barely see the enemy, I'd go for simplified. Oh, he's firing at me.
It definitely adds a whole new element. I mean, this is something that they've been talking about doing in World of Tanks, but because it was in the War Thunder game engine already, it's, I'm guessing, been fairly easy for them to implement this.
Right. I was on TeamSpeak with a couple guys on the US server, and they said something about the space bar, and I was like, space bar? I don't use the space bar. He's like, yeah, that stops you so you can fire. So here I have 17,000 battles, and I'm still learning the controls and World of Tanks.
I think I bound mine to something else, and occasionally I remember to use it, but it's one of these things where a lot of the time you don't need to, so you just kind of forget it's there.
Yeah. But that'll be the last time I mention World of Tanks, because obviously the folks at Gaijin were nice enough to give us
Yeah.
But I guess that also kind of does bring up the point that sometimes learning the controls is a good idea early on, rather than learning them 3 years into playing.
Yeah. I'm just derping around at the moment. I'm not expecting to do seriously anything.
That's the thing about War Thunder that that I think players both like, and some players gravitate to, is that it has more functionality, more controls, more realism. So I mean, if you're looking for a game, obviously that's like that, this is going to probably appeal to you.
One big difference I have noticed, and I probably will mention World of Tanks once or twice, but just because it's my baseline for comparison, it's the one I've played a lot, is that the turrets feel that they've clearly a lot closer to the
I got ammo racked or
historical
something. Boom.
turret traverse
Go ahead.
than World of Tanks is more kind of arcadey in a lot of aspects, but that's not a bad thing. This is interestingly different. Right, I'm approaching Cap B now. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to see if I can derp somebody with my big Doom cannon.
Which one are you driving now?
KV2. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, the KV2,
whoa.
yeah. I just got hit by something. I kind of outline the profile looked like a tiger, maybe. I guess he shot me in one. I got killed in one shot.
I just panic shot and missed totally, and there's Panzer IV sitting right in front of me.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Oh, engine damaged, commander wounded, gunner wounded. This is not looking so good.
Which you're at A or B?
Stuck. I'm a bit screwed.
Which point are you at? A. You're B. B. You're
near
at B.
point,
Yeah.
halfway to point B.
Yeah, I see you up there. You're about a half a kilometer up. I'll try to get up and give you some support.
I can still turn my tank just about, but my turret is stuck in position. Oh, no, too late.
Yeah.
If I'd held my fire just a second, but I was like, enemy tank, and I just kind of panicked and clicked the fire button. But it is getting used to the way the reticle swings around. That is going to be that's going to be another big change for a lot of people coming to it.
Yeah. And the fact that trees don't just fall over when you hit them.
Yeah. Some of the little ones do, like the saplings you can knock over, but the big trees, yeah, just kind of thunk into them and come to a dead stop. Right, I'm in my SU-85 now.
They may need to update that because it just seems like if you're driving a 20-ton tank and you hit a kind of, not a
I expect they will at
tank.
some point. I'm going to guess it just wasn't a very high priority, trees falling over. They probably had other things to
do. Yeah, right, exactly. Well, and I'm sure oh, there he is. I can't quite get gun depression. Hopefully he can't easily get it at me either. Oh!
Right, I'm trying to
damaged.
come towards you.
And twice. I got killed by the same guy you did, Trotsky.
Right, we're winning this one somehow. I don't think it's got anything to do with us. It's like, at this stage, it doesn't even really matter. It's just everyone derping around and...
Exactly, getting used to the, I can see right away with this game, snapshots, at least the way they currently have the mechanics, are not something you want to even try. You want to wait, get your shot, get your little green X, and fire.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're probably going to just waste your shot and not do any damage. Which is probably the real... I mean, most people playing World of Tanks have gotten into tank history and stuff, and
that's not... You wouldn't have caught Wittmann or others doing that.
Yeah, exactly right. I was going to say, I mean, if you see photos of, some tanks, like a lot of German tanks, obviously, but where they look at, they have pictures where they're sitting on the front of their tank with 90 ricochet bounces or something, and it's like, that was... This is why the Germans were able to get away with relatively low tank losses compared to the other, like the Allied countries.
Also, there's the whole Tigers versus Shermans thing. Oh, Panzer III.
Yeah, well, that's when the Allies were able to essentially win, was when they had superior numbers, and obviously air superiority too.
Yeah,
was a big deal.
I think the Shermans might have been... I don't know, I might be making things up here, but of course, the German tendency towards, especially with some of their heavy tanks, over complexity.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they ran out of fuel. I mean, a lot of tanks like the Elephant, for example, like when it was used in Italy, they just had fuel shortages, and they ended up being like essentially fixed pillboxes at some point because they literally couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Or they'd break down and so forth. But
I managed to kill. Hooray!
I'm trying. I must be near you, right? Okay, yeah, you're right next to me on the other side of this ridge.
Wow, yes, we're about 10 meters away from each other, or is that 100 meters? 100 meters.
Yeah. I'm probably down, being down here in this little gorge. Can you actually be up on those higher ridges? Because obviously that would be a better strategic location.
Sure. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing right now. So.
Oh, I think the higher ridges are actually outlined on the map as the dark or the brown area. So no, I don't think you can get up to those. So that's good. There's kind of like the outer bounds area. You can't. Like I'm essentially being on the outside edge.
Yeah. I can see a lot of people preferring... I don't know if you've got simplified controls on, but I can see a lot of people preferring this than having to manually change gears.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if I can still manually change... I can still manually change, it looks like, anyways, when I hit Q and E. Oh, crap. I did track damage by hitting a tree. I was going to say, for our historical context discussion earlier, yeah, the Tiger too, the Königstiger, at least in Normandy and stuff, the only time we ever really took many of those out was by aircraft, by bombing them, essentially. And sometimes with heavy bombers.
Sneaky kill there.
You want to try to go for B?
Oh, we've won.
Oh, we won. We just won. Here we go. I
actually managed 2 kills there.
I have to admit that the one thing I'm not looking forward to when it gets to the point of full release is being bombed by aircraft. It's one of the reasons
at the moment it's only light aircraft and biplanes and stuff to worry about.
When the bombers start coming in and dropping their bomb loads on you, it's not going to be pleasant. Of course, then again, I guess if you want to play a flak unit and knock down bombers and aircraft, then that'll be the fun part. Option. So
should we go for another round?
Sure, let's try it. Let me go with the Russians this time.
I'm going to swap it up and go with the Germans.
There we go. So again, thanks for the video replay. That's quite helped out my channel, as I'm sure some people watching this are probably like, yes, I found you through PointyHairedJedi.
Or the 82. Well, it was a very good match.
It was fun, wasn't it?
I do wonder. It looks so far from looking at the tech trees that they've. I mean, it's like the gun that you get is, you don't upgrade the gun on a tank. The gun a tank gets is tied to the model of the tank. So there's going to be lots of different models of the same tank. But I do wonder if they're going to do some of the more experimental vehicles or blueprint vehicles the same way that Wargaming have done. But I mean, that approach has probably means they have enough material at least for the next I don't know how long, just with tanks that were actually used and various production versions of tanks that were actually used.
Right. Which spawn point did you spawn at?
Oh, I'm going to pick spawn point
I'm at
1.
I'm at
the first one, because they both say spawn point 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is I discovered I've played this map once already. You get a lot of people kind of sit and snipe at you when you're on this corner.
Actually, they were Google chatting me. Well, another IS just got himself killed. Yeah, that's not good.
I'm going to back up. I probably don't have the armor for this.
Well, I think he's behind a rock right now, anyways. At least for me.
Yeah, it's like you can either snipe around this corner when you spawn here, or that was a bit close. You can head along the north path and fight that way. I hope they implement some way of making the mini-map a bit bigger fairly soon. I'm used to having a big, huge mini-map, so...
Right. Well, that was interesting. I took kind of a snapshot and actually hit, but I think it was just luck. Start repairing the track. F8. Yes.
I don't know how much effect angling actually has, but it'll be interesting to see if that actually helps in terms of... I'm going to guess armor is going to be modeled in various thicknesses in the same way as
yeah, I would
tanks.
Imagine based on Worth under the aircraft portion, they're going to be very realistic damage model, that type of thing. Well, I was able to kill that one target from my side over here. Where are you?
Think the match I had on here before, I spent the whole time just sniping around that corner, and eventually I was able to get a tiger or something that was kind of hull down, and I just kept hitting his turret over and over, and eventually I managed to get him. I don't know if it was through his commander's hatch or whatever, but...
Yeah. The one thing I noticed just when I started off, yeah, I don't know why I was hitting the left mouse button, but when I got to base... Oh, I think maybe I was trying to click on the map. I was trying to click on a spawn point on the map while I was spawning to say, which spawn point I wanted to go to.
Yeah.
And as I hit the left mouse button, it had dropped me into my starting position, so I fired. So I can only imagine if I'd... Oh, there's a target that no one spotted. And I killed him too. Wow, that was
nice.
Good. Anyways, so I fired, so I can only imagine if there's someone in front of me. There's another target that no one spotted.
Right, approaching
KV2.
point
Oh, he
A.
got me first.
Well, I'm on my own, so maybe this isn't such a good...
All right, well, let me see. I'll get in my KV2, and where am I? Oh, where are you?
It really does have quite a long reload, that thing.
Well, I'd
It'd
imagine
be nice if you had an actual countdown timer to tell you how long you've got left exactly, but...
Well, we didn't even have that in World of Tanks for quite some time, so...
a long time.
Yeah. Okay, I think I see you in the middle, right? You're right near the A.
Oh, he got me.
Oh.
Just before I reloaded.
Not sure why they've decided to go with the steel look on the outer wheels. They do... It seems like it would be intuitive that that's what they'd look like, but they usually don't.
Right. Oh, I see you've started on the northwest point.
Yep, I did. So I suppose before you spawn, you can click one of the whatever the different spawn points.
you. Although at the moment it just says spawn point 1, and then below that it also says spawn point 1, so it's kind of like
right.
a bit of a guess.
Do the little bases, they have these little pads here. I wonder if they're going to actually perform any kind of function later on, like a repair function, or... Well,
I wondered about repairs or like getting more ammo, because of course that's how it works with airfields in
right
on the Air Forces portion, but it doesn't seem to do anything as of yet.
Yeah. It seems I'm being fired at. I think I'm just going to keep moving. And I'm actually wondering. I'm curious whether the veteran player strategy will end up being like move a lot, don't try to snipe in a fixed position, because it seems like everybody now plays where you sit in a kind of
Yeah.
shoot. I'm getting hit from her.
Nobody knows what they're doing right now, so there's that. But
Yeah.
I think the other thing is if you move around a lot, then you're going to throw off your aim a lot.
True. Yeah.
I've got a Panzer III now. It actually looks rather good, this.
Take an engine damage.
I mean, I expect the gun's completely puny, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm coming towards you.
I think the biggest problem I'm having is just, I see you. You're actually, there's an enemy over near you and towards your right. I'm not sure where he is, whether he's up in the hills.
Okay, I'll have a look.
He did hit my engine. I think I'm going to try to get back here in the rocks. Oh, wait. I think I see... Oh, that's alright. Oh, that was me doing damage to myself. Don't run into the cement pads here. Because some sides have ramps and some don't.
I noticed one of the matches I had earlier, I actually rammed... whoa! Oh, it's that same guy. Oh, there he is. That I actually rammed into a rock with my track, and it damaged the suspension module on the whichever side of the tank it was. So you have to be careful about it. You can damage yourself on the terrain, not even just falling off things, but actually bumping into things too hard will do damage as well.
Right. Well, you have to admit the game, in terms of this environment, does look very appealing. It's got a rather natural look to it.
Yeah, for the stage it's at, it doesn't look at all bad. I'm not even... I mean, I can't... or I don't play War Thunder on max graphics settings anyway, so I'm not getting like the full experience, but even with my graphics settings, which is somewhere around the middle, somewhere around medium, it still looks fairly decent.
Well, I'm getting about 30 frame rate with fraps, so that's good. But 26 to... yeah, around there. Oh, no, I'm on fire. What the heck? Oh, people from way on the other side there shooting me. I can't seem to get up the hills. Like I don't have enough engine power or something. Like I'm just kind of struggling. Oh, I was going over something maybe.
Oh, where did that guy go? It might depend on... yeah, there will be a limit for each tank on what kind of slope it can get up, but...
So the little arrow... the little arrows are the enemy, right? On the mini-map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I think there was one over by you for a second, and now he's not there.
Yeah, I just nailed him.
Okay, good.
I think I wasn't even really properly aiming it. I was just kind of...
yeah. What are you driving?
Fired one off at his turret, and then... I'm in the Tiger now.
Okay. Probably like the KV2, the Tiger probably requires a little less aim with the penetration it has. If their penetration models are, at this point, good, I mean, really... with a Tiger, you should be able to take out almost anything except like an IS or just, again, depending on how realistic the mode is. And we're playing an arcade version, correct? I think so.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any...
or if there even is a version yet for
yeah, I don't know if there's like historical
arcade
yet for... uh-oh. Face-to-face with an IS.
Oh, look, I found the north part of the map. Yay! Like it helps to watch where you're going. Oh wait, but there isn't actually an enemy over here in this corner.
Well, this guy
I see him popping up every once in a while. There's a guy over in like A1. And who's shooting me from way over there? Oh, yep, he's shooting me from over there.
Whoa. This is slightly disorienting when you're mashed up right against somebody. Oh, couldn't reload in time.
Yeah.
It was face-hugging me, basically.
Trying to play in, like, sniper mode is definitely going to be tricky.
Yeah, you have to... Oh, for goodness sake. Sorry, my antivirus software has been quite annoying. Second time it's done that. Right.
Uh-oh, we're about to lose.
There's actually an IS at our spawn point, so I'm probably a bit doomed.
That's the guy I was trying...
Ooh, he just blew off my Scherzen. Nice.
I think there's another one near this other spawn point up in this corner.
The armor skirts, you just
spot them.
Like that's really nice actually. That's modelled.
Yeah.
The various modules and stuff will fly off. That's pretty. I hadn't realised that.
I think that if they do the same thing they've done with War Thunder, the aircraft, version of the game, if they allow you to kind of decorate your tank in very specific and customized ways, you know, by adding
You can
bolt
put, yeah,
on,
the
but
decals
also
and stuff.
yeah, right, some kind of either decals or even just like various kind of unique forms of camouflage. Maybe you know, actually, if they would hit a home run if they actually kind of created a make your own camouflage.
That would be
Of course, what
interesting.
people might do some rather
It's hard to moderate that sort of
yes,
thing.
exactly.
But yeah, you can. It's exactly like playing. So you can. I'm actually doing it just now, so people can see. But you can actually stick the various emblems and logos and
Right.
whatever on, and change the size and make it two-sided and do all the stuff you can do with planes, basically.
All right, well, I'd like to thank PointyHairedJedi for coming in and companioning with me, or whatever this platooning, whatever they're going to call this friending squad thing. Probably squads, right? Squatting,
Yeah,
squatting with me.
Squatting works.
Sounds a little bit like another term, but and I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll obviously be doing some more War Thunder Ground Forces videos in the future. And so far, I think yeah, it shows a lot of promise, and I think knowing the game more, just kind of like when you first play any game, you're especially a massive online game or whatever, you have to kind of learn the ropes, and this is the same thing for this.
Definitely, and I'd just like to add thanks for getting me an invite code, because I wouldn't be playing it at all if you hadn't.
You are most welcome.
Well,
glad to help.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, thanks, and all that regular stuff at the end.
Yeah, I guess we'll wrap it up there then.
Yeah.